Hey guys, it's Madam Vincent at Mysterious Designs coming out with a new reading of What's Next in Love. I have some pre-shuffled piles. I have pile 1, pile 2, pile 3 here, and our special guest, Soren, the CEO, taking a nap because, he's tired from all that administrative, taxis and stuff. Anyways, take some time and meditate on the options again. Pile 1, pile 2, pile 3. Alright, make your selection. See you at your pile. Alright, for those of you that resonated with this beautiful dehydrated rose, pile 1, let's see what's next for you in love. Also, don't forget to like, share, subscribe, follow. If you're interested in a personal reading, go ahead and follow my links and book. So, this is going to be your little lesson that you got to watch out for. These are going to be energy that you should be, incoming things that you should be aware of. We're going to get to those towards the end. And energy surrounding you. The tarot for your situation. And then some crystal messages and divine abundance. So let's start out with your tarot first. So, for pile 1, what's next in love? Let's see. Alright, let me see. Let me get a second. Alright, sorry about that, pile 1. For some reason, the video cut off, but here we are. Perhaps maybe some of you have been experiencing issues when it comes to your communication or somebody reaching out with the communication. Maybe hot and cold energy. But I feel like, maybe things may start to change for you with the Wheel of Fortune. I see here that maybe you've had to balance things when it comes to your finances, legal contracts, work, having to deal with, the more formal things of life, having to deal with court documents, and finding out truths about certain things in the matter when it comes to like your love life or just things in general, taking time away from your love life or affecting your love life. Especially when it comes to finances being tied into reasons why maybe you've had or felt a stricture in your love life. Perhaps there's a cycle that's already closing out that you will begin to receive, security from a helping hand. This could be from somebody, that is a friend of yours, or somebody just reaching out with you or reaching out to you with a job offer, or, maybe even a offer of love that, leads to this, gain and abundance as well. Somebody that could be, very fiery, very passionate, very driven about what they like and what they know that they like, as well as, having that drive to move forward. They could be a little bit restless, sometimes maybe outspoken. When this person wants to party, but they can party. They have charisma. They're very ambitious. They've got good sound judgment. And it seems like perhaps this person, it seems like they may be coming forward, which is probably why there's a new cycle that may be coming in, closing out old cycles, balancing of the stuff from the past. Things being let go of that are kind of being detoxed as well from previous parts of your love life. Maybe for some of you, even closing out certain chapters with previous relationships, which is opening up, a new opportunity. Even though things may feel out of balance right now, divine justice is working its way towards providing you a secure helping hand. Whether it's in a new relationship, which is what it seems like it might be. We'll see what the other cards in the surrounding atmosphere have to say as well. But it seems like there's just a few things like that are finally just needing to fall into place so that you can see, I feel what I want to say is progress in your love life, or in that sector of your life. Sometimes maybe you even have to make a decision yourself, you know, put it where it needs to go. Sorry about that. Had to pause real quick. There was a plane flying real low, and yeah, it was gonna resonate up in here. Anyways, so just before that, I asked what was going to be the energy, I guess, in a sense, for a song. And the song that came up was Thank You, featuring Ray, by Purvis, spelled Pvris. Thank you. So maybe there might be a message in there for you when it comes to that, and somebody making a finite decision of regarding certain things in the past, maybe even certain previous connections in love, and moving forward towards another. Or for some of you, maybe even leaving behind a old like, I guess, old life pattern, like player energy in a sense, but you know, wanting to take that step into really becoming this secure energy, providing that, and maybe even settling down for some of you, and you know, getting your divine justice, your just desserts, and you know, having to make certain decisions for some people when it comes to those type of contracts, especially legal contracts, under the circumstances. But let's see. Let's get a little bit more clarity. What is next in love? Okay. You need to look for opportunities to develop in love. Watch out for deceptions. Be careful to maintain your independence, especially if you're leaving a situation and heading towards your things that you're more passionate about. You're going to definitely start to feel more ambitious and driven to follow the things that really, really drive you at the core. You know, I feel like, you know, you're somebody that's an old soul in a young body. Yeah, you may look forward to hearing from somebody, or somebody moving forward to you at a more rapid pace when it comes to like messages of love, or you know, maybe reigniting passions of an old connection or an existing one, making those type of decisions. Finally stepping away from daydreaming and start achieving the goals that you need to in order to get where you want to be. In the past, foolish emotions and maybe even bad judgment has caused harm in, you know, perhaps maybe sabotaging progress and movement forward, wanting to be in control of the situation the entire time. But allowing things to flow, sometimes it's better to achieve that success. Now you have the ability and the eyes to operate in a way where you can cut away the things that are no longer serving, things that you know are like bad habits. You know, you have that clarity of mind to come forth and make solid, sound decisions as well, and you're attracting somebody that's going to mirror that as well, or you're manifesting someone that's mirroring that exactly, and it's starting to come into development, which is why you should look for that. And see, we have justice here again and justice here, so it's a double justice, especially for those of you that have gone through so much stuff that you haven't found justice, or things have just kind of blah. For some of you will understand what I mean just by that sentiment. where as much as you've given and tried and every of those relationships is just kind of not maybe worked out necessarily, and kind of came out having just a bunch of these, feeling like you're a lesson for others or just receiving the lessons, there will be the wrongs that have happened in the past will be righted again. Things from the past that affect you today are going to be, brought to the light as well. You're going to have that divine judgment, that justice. Sometimes you may not get what you expect. Maybe you're expecting to get less than what you think, but maybe you might have, more in the light than you actually thought. So it really is, for some of you, it's karmic cycles that are ending, that now you're stepping away from darker times into the light with that clarity of, because there's a lot of light here. There's light here, there's light here, there's light there, light surrounding this opportunity when it comes to finance. There's light in this cup, the sky over here, there's divinity there, the sun there. Well, not the sun necessarily, but, a lighter background. Even though things may not be necessarily entirely balanced, there is still something to look forward to. Even if you just have to kind of take a step back, some of you may be just extra stressed and needing some time to just kind of breathe or take a breather, because maybe just kind of overthinking, or maybe in general just overworked in a sense, or making too much of the situation when you should just kind of confront it a little bit more authentically, rather than in your head or up in the clouds or up in the air about it. Just kind of, maybe say if you're the one reaching out, reach out like very, hey, cordially, and be consistent. Because sometimes I feel like maybe this is that lack of balance. Maybe there's an inconsistent energy, so that's also what cycles may be entering as well. Sorry, my love, I didn't mean to spook you. Oh, anyways, but so perhaps there is that watch out for that energy where it seems like it's kind of inconsistent energy, so watch out for that. Let's see what else. Lessons. Let others reap what they have sown. You will get to sit on your throne. Have confidence. Justice. Triple justice. Lessons learned. Exactly what I was channeling. Exactly what I said. So yes. Oops, sorry about that. Pile 1. Can't have you falling on there now, Gotta protect, my precious jewel here. So you got a triple justice here. You got justice here, and justice here. Some of you are about to reap your just desserts. So you may not get what you expect. So some of you may get something better. So let's see the surrounding energies. So you may have somebody, with light to medium eyes or features, or brown. They have a talent for making money. They can be fortunate and fun. Medium features, cheery, and entertaining, easygoing. As well as they can be a bit intense sometimes, but that intensity is a good thing. They kind of mirror like a version of the King of Wands, which is like that fire sign energy. But this energy here is kind of like what I would say more earthy fire, almost like a magmatic person. So the charisma's there. Maybe somebody that could be coming in, whether they're the person that's actually offering you. See, we got here making the offering. Instead of the Page of Chemicals, they're really stepping up into the king energy. Could be that. So just be careful. Make sure you use your discernment. Perhaps they are making a decision or you're making a decision that maybe in the past had been influenced by others. Friendships, celebrations, people outside of the imminent circle, maybe perhaps possible third parties that may have affected this situation in the past, that maybe perhaps those cycles are now coming to the end. Yep, and the fives are about changes, especially when you've been needing to really truly rest and really get out of energy that has been so heavy for so long. You're gonna start having good fortune, good luck. You're gonna begin to travel. That could explain why the heavy plane flew by and basically vibrated my whole entire home's existence here. So yeah, travel, higher knowledge, perhaps developing more new friendships, networking more money, more health, more emotional generosity and protection is what you're truly definitely manifesting when it comes to love. Let's see what you should be aware of, things that are going to be incoming from the universe. So wish fulfillments as well with the seven. But it says, las nubes con el lado oscuro hacia la persona indican divorcio. So some of you may be dealing with divorce, because we have the marriage, and then we have the Wheel of Fortune, and then the Justice here. And then basically, it could be certain things. Some of you may be having to deal with a situation that, was kind of a commitment that is either now ending, or a commitment that is restarting, that, perhaps may have been something that was a third party issue. So some of you are leaving behind all of those dark clouds and stepping towards the light, moving away from the heaviness. El lado luminoso hacia la persona asegura la felicidad doméstica. So yeah, stepping away, and it's so funny because we got clouds here and kind of the clouds here. And then I feel like some of you maybe, depending on which side of the fortune you are been, we got those clouds there. I feel like you're leaving behind the heaviness and moving towards, the lighter side of things, seeking the light and perhaps even fulfilling your own cups as well. And then this also signifies el pez es el emblema que what okay, perhaps some of you are having that communication issue. El pez es el emblema de la riqueza por capital en acciones, pero si se encuentra distante predice fracasos y desastres. So basically, this is a symbol of basically riches and good luck in capital actions, but you also have to be, I guess in a sense, taking those steps. It could have to do with some of these contracts, so perhaps there is something positive in there, but just make sure that you are paying attention and do your due diligence when it comes to certain contracts, because it may for some of you maybe this may involve work and love, so especially be extra careful. Now let's see what we got for your crystal messages. We have ancestral light and we have Brandenburg amethyst, and with those, let's see what those messages are when it comes to love and how your love life is starting to align. Let's see. The perfect blueprint, number 38, Brandenburg amethyst, the master healer. It holds the perfect blueprint of your soul, all that is. It heals physical, mental, emotional, spiritual, karmic, planetary, and ancestral auric layers and imprints the most perfect energetic pattern possible. The healing insight that comes out of this, basically from all these lessons that you have learned and taken in from the universe when it comes to love in the past that should help serve you towards the future, is the knowledge that you are perfect exactly the way that you are. At any given moment, space, point, and time. You need to begin in seeing the perfection of your soul in each and every moment. You are a being of pure consciousness, and you are wonderful just the way that you are. Embrace the clarity of your core being. Let go of mental constructs, karmic imprints, soul imperatives, and relationships that no longer serve. So yeah, basically a lot of it has to say as well when it comes to like karmic energies too. And letting go of certain things from the past. And it's so funny because the next song that started playing was Time Is Running Out by Muse. And then the first few lyrics is this: I think I'm drowning, asphyxiated. I want to break this spell that you've created. You're something beautiful, a contradiction. I want to play the game. I want the friction. You will be the death of me. Yeah, you will be the death of me. Bury it. I won't let you bury it. I won't let you smother it. I won't let you murder it. Time is running out. So, some of you are being prompted by the universe. If you don't get on this situation now, you're going to bury this situation. And on the flip side, for the person that is, being asked to stay still, and you will know who you are, because the things that will resonate for you will resonate, and then the things that don't, you'll be like, huh, but that's just not for you, that's just for the next person. Anyways, some of you are just ready to be like, that's it. Your actions show me what is gonna cause this, the chips to fall on the table. So now it's like the ball is in their court, and how you respond to it, shows your tactfulness to it. So let's get to the next one, which is the ancestral light. Some of you guys are really, really leveling up when it comes to this, and you guys are really stepping into that power and holding down the line when it comes to not settling for less than what you truly deserve. Right on, because that is so good. Everybody should really hold that level of quality when it comes to all of their relationships. So let's see. Ancestral light, the ancestors. So the healing insight from that stone, ancestral light, this is the ancestors are all those who have gone before, not just your bloodline. Heal them and heal yourself. So yeah, a lot of you are releasing like those old programmings when it comes to love and happiness, and really fulfilling your cup as well, but also changing the narrative. Knowing that regardless how the chips may fall on the table, you still have power in the situation. It just depends on how you choose to operate and look at the situation as well. You can either level up, stay the same, stagnate, or you can allow this situation to impact you negatively. Which one will you choose? Which justice will you choose? Because the judge here ultimately is going to be you in the situation. Wow, I feel that was super heavy. Somebody needed to hear that. So some of you are being prompted to take note of your dreams, For some of you, you may find out family secrets that come up to the surface, or family secrets. See, I got my birds chattering over here. You guys probably have some family that maybe they haven't been honest with you. They've been chit-chatting over you, gossip perhaps, slander, maybe things that they've been occulting or hiding. It's finally going to start coming out to the surface, and you're going to start finding out little by little, or they may start to like discover themselves. Any diseases or, like ailments of the soul that you've been carrying, they've been around and they have been passed down in your bloodline or in your soul line, through your ancestral line from ancient times. When it comes to like old attitudes and programmings, feeling forbidden emotions or feeling like things have been taboo. For some of you, perhaps you may be, excuse my language, asking yourself out of love because you're scared, or because it's not manly or womanly or whatever, for whatever kind of dumb reason, somebody else's expectation. Why should you hold yourself down to someone else's expectation for their own reality when you have your own reality to create? Why are you going to give your power away to the next guy that can ultimately make you miserable when you have the ability to attempt everything in your power to do what's right by you, and also bring forth a level of happiness that you can manifest? And in turn, that's going to bring all the right people, including, the right one, for those of you that are looking for the right one. Those things that have been firmly repressed, and like forced down into submission, ancient traumas and family dramas, they're all going to be dug up and brought up to the surface, and they're going to begin to be purged. So that's a good thing. Some of you are going to be like really going through it, but at the end of it, it's going to be worth it. So I highly recommend those of you that are being called to step up to the plate and heal yourselves right now. Buckle up, buttercup. Things are going to get wild, but things are going to be worth it. And they are going to be worth it in the end. That's how I feel. Like things are about to literally blow for you. Right now, the same thing that I just said right now, after I said the lyric for one of the songs that I'm listening to, says red carpet. I'm main attraction. It's lights, cameras, action. The paparazzi flashing. I'm manifesting. I embrace abundance in my life. I embrace the good in my life. I embrace nothing but the light. I am wealthy in more ways than one. I embrace abundance in my life. That song is Manifesting by Asia Berlin. So, yeah, some of you guys are really, really stepping into that power. Good job, good job, good job. If nobody's told you, congratulations, congratulations, congratulations. If this is the first time that you're hearing for it, congrats. I am very proud of you. Courage, exactly. So your divine abundance, oracle cards are saying, have courage. Yeah, some of you guys are going to be receiving messages because, where else did I see it? There was another one. Did I see it? What is it? Oh, yeah, the bird there. Well, you got the bird there. You got birds here, but birds from your communications. Anyways, back to courage. Let me be open to courageously take the steps that are shown. Exactly. Some of you are even being asked to follow that intuition of yours and not be scared to go against the grain and do what's right for you. Do the things that make you happy and make you really blossom and shine. And then the next card that we have is acceptance. Radical acceptance in the now opens up the flow. Yeah, some of you kind of need to let go of a little bit of that control perhaps and just kind of allow things to flow. And for some of you, I feel like you're being asked to kind of open up a little bit more, accept maybe even communications, and allow yourself to receive communications from other, become more interconnected with the world around you. Again, for some of you, maybe you need that rest to kind of disconnect and kind of reconnect with nature itself, to kind of give you that therapeutic zen, so you can have that space and time to make those certain decisions that you may be needing to make. What do I feel like? Is there something else that needs to be said? Spirit, is there anything else? Spirit, is there any final thing that needs to be said for what's next in love for pile 1? Yeah, some of you are perhaps letting go of old heartbreaks, things that have, ended in the past, that weren't good, old things, perhaps cycles with certain people, karmic things, and now you're starting to look towards, the future, or vice versa. It could be that, whatever hopes that you did have for that, now you're starting to come to those sound decisions, moving away from things that once perhaps broke your heart, like third party situations, toxic friends, toxic families, people getting into your business when it comes to your relationship, or meddling where they shouldn't have been. But you're being asked to continue into your journey and that self-love and healing, as well as having that hope, because nothing is always dark forever, and those cycles do change. And this Lover's card also kind of reminds me of like that Wheel of Fortune, where things are cyclical, and then you see the light is starting to shine above as well, after perhaps a period of time and darkness where you may have had things burning. It's now time to become fruitful. It's just time to accept and let things go from the past, so that you can allow that space to free up for the new that wants to come into your love life. So fresh energies, definitely purging out stuff from the past. This is really good energy. Not everything starts off, on the beautiful bright foot, but sometimes these are the best bittersweet beginnings that truly make everything worth it in the end. So, that's all that's left to say for pile 1. Hope you enjoyed. Let me know how you guys liked it, how it resonated. And yeah, like, follow, share, subscribe. See you next time. Peace. Hey, pile 2, what's next in love? Running all the time. Some of you may be running because No Doubt started playing, running, but so on and so forth, or maybe having to deal with a runner. Let's see. So if you chose this black tourmaline, which is a really good stone to have, for protection as well, this is your reading. So we'll get into it. This is little lessons. Incoming energy should be, I guess, kind of aware of the energy surrounding, I guess, your situation, and so on and so forth. Your tarot, crystal guidance, and divine abundance oracle. So we'll get these towards the end, and we'll look into the tarot first. So let's see what's next in love for pile 2. So pile 2, you have the Knight of Pentacles, Page of Cups, the Empress, the Star, the Seven of Swords, Five of Pentacles, and the Queen of Pentacles. So let's see. Very interesting. Maybe you have been, breadcrumbed before in the past, or have had that energy before where you've had people come make offerings and then be inconsistent or kind of pull back. you know, or just kind of show you a different side to them, or, you know, come, I guess, out of left side, if you understand what I mean. I guess the better way of saying is not come correct, or with fully revealing their intentions towards you. In the past, it seems that maybe you have been left out in the cold. Maybe, you know, you've had taken financial losses as a result of this as well. You know, perhaps you had plans with maybe even certain things that you wanted to happen when it came to your love life, you know, plans, hopes, wishes that ultimately may have not had fallen or come through as fruitful, or maybe investments that you had hoped would turn out in a better favor, but, you know, kind of left you in this feeling of kind of emotional poverty, you know, or maybe even financial poverty for some of you. You know, that's going to resonate for whoever it resonates. For the rest, you know, leave it for whoever it's meant for. Perhaps even dealing with maybe even trickery or deceptive people or deception in the past as well. And it seems that, you know, you have made your progress forth through this when it comes to like your love, including your self-love. It seems like maybe there may be somebody approaching you very slowly to come and make you an offering. This is going to be someone that perhaps maybe even be a bit younger than you. Especially for some of you feminines, you may be being chased by somebody who's going to be younger than you, and you may have that, you know, feeling that you may not, like, I guess in a sense you may want to run because you're like, oh no, this person is younger than me, you know, or some of you may have that, you know, a stigma, or however you take it. Some of you just may have that whole, I don't like to date people that are younger than me, you know, and so on and so forth. But some of you may end up changing your mind, or someone may come in and change your mind or change your perspective when it comes to that, because they're gonna show you that they truly see the Empress in you. They truly see what an amazing star, you know, you really are. And not just for seeing your potential in who you are as a person, but because they truly admire you, is what I get with this Knight of Pentacles. Because I feel like besides wanting to come in and bring you something, make you an offering, it's more like I see him kind of looking at this, but more so looking at the Empress. He sees you in a sense, you know, so happy, fulfilled with your own self, you know, good news. Maybe you may be hearing good news and then them coming forward and showing this to you, but they fully look forward to seeing you in this, and this is how they truly view you. So, excuse me, energy wise, yeah, maybe they're gonna speak up, because I keep wanting to clear out my throat and I can't quite get it to clear just yet, so I had to even slow down just to get that one out. So yes, you may hear communication coming in from somebody who is younger than you, perhaps energy wise. This could be, you know, maybe not necessarily somebody that may be younger. It could definitely be the case or so, but in more so that I'm feeling is their energy can feel very refreshing, very young at the same time, but mature as well. You know, this is going to be a different type of energy that perhaps you may have encountered before, and it's going to be more of a fun, kind of free, open-ended energy. It doesn't feel heavy like Pile 1 wasn't that heavy. It was more like there's cycles and karmic energies that have been ending through that. So if some of you were drawn to Pile 1, perhaps, you know, there's messages that may reveal themselves there to you as well, that may tie to your whole situation and story, you know, what's going on in your timeline and in your reality. But this Knight of Pentacles, or so this person, this energy, incoming energy, sees you as, you know, somebody that is professional and very business oriented and domineering as well. Somebody that knows how to build it from the ground up as well, which is, I feel like, a quality and trait that they really admire, that they see as something like a very spectacular. You know, you may have dark hair, dark eyes, or they may be somebody with dark hair, dark eyes. You know, somebody that even may have to travel overland to come and visit you or see you, to share their message with you, or to come and tell you in person. Perhaps maybe even you're this person's highest wish, or something that they had hopes, you know, and planned to reuniting for some of you, or uniting together, you know, with this situation. So let's see what, if there's any other messages when it comes to the tarot. Was there any other? See, what else is next in love for pile 2? What else is next for pile 2 when it comes to love? Next in pile 2 when it comes to love. Oh, you got the double Ace of Wands. Oh, well, the thing about this deck is that it actually has double aces for sweets when it comes to it, which I found very interesting, because it's like a reinforcer of a certain message or certain things. So for me, I use it as an exclamation to a message that I'm already receiving, as well as a double confirmation for, you know, the incoming message. Here we have the Ace of Pentacles. Okay, so let's see. Maybe in the past, things that have happened, you know, with this whole situation, that energy that you've been moving out or have moved out of, or that you've definitely matured and grown from, were, you know, things and situations that maybe in the past have kept you there, also by, you know, choices motivated by fear. Some of you may have dealt with, you know, maybe even abusive situations, abusive partnerships, where I'm saying maybe they may have not have treated you the best, or with the utmost of, you know, worth of a person, you know, or dismiss your truest value, and put you in the emotional poverty, or feeling like lack or unworthy. And you've really grown out of that and truly ascended into this star, somebody who's cemented and firm and grounded, and has truly grown and blossomed into knowing their entire worth, and seeing, you know, I have a lot of value, and I'm gonna hold that standard. So you're definitely being noticed by people, that's for sure. You have definitely transformed from situations of, you know, maybe even in the past feeling resentments, but understanding that even though maybe certain situations have played in a way where they may not have been the best for you, or things could have been handled better, and maybe even you've put up with situations that you shouldn't have because of others people's unhealed, you know, maybe even childhood traumas, and you are understanding, you've grown past a certain amount of spiritual development and emotional intelligence and understanding and compassion for a human, that you understand, you know what, they were operating from, you know, that hurt childhood place, and understanding that although it was not okay, because everyone is responsible for their own actions, you have the compassion to be like, you know what, I understand, because at one point I may have operated out of that way myself. So it's not like, I guess in a sense it's like you have forgiven, or you have the capability and the ability to forgive, but you're also wanting and willing to move on and move past that situation, which is turning that fight into compassion. Once you saw past that, you really saw the true potential of your worth and began to, really explore your passions. And even if you haven't, or you're stepping into this phase, you're being very much prompted to follow your passions. If you're already not following or starting new hobbies, developing new things, and having new loves in life, whether they're personal affections for certain things like the small simple pleasures in lives. Some of you possibly even could be going into hikes, with this earthy energy. Some of you may be wanting to, I hear maybe dance, connect more in that sense. And sorry about that, pile 2. Where were we at? We had a distraction over here. We'll be like, who the hell was that? Well, random person, I guess. Anyways, even my baby boy over here is like, who the heck? Anyways, where were we? You're gonna start following those creative expressions that you've been wanting to do for a long time, and you're gonna start following those impulses within you. You're gonna start following things to begin to create. You're going through a period of transformation, or coming out of that transformation from that emotional poverty. Some of you may be, scared to walk into this unknown, but this unexpected new beginning is going to be really good for you. Cycles have ended, and the world is starting to open up to you again. Positive actions are going to start to trump all the negatives. So all of the things that you've done, all the work you've put in to really level yourself up is really going to attract forth that passion, and I'm guessing forth that person that may be stepping forth into your life. And making an offering as well, because it seems here, the cycle's gonna speed up when you least expect it. You will get over even a broken heart or some kind of loss. If you needed a sign, this is your sign, because this is some guidance from spirit that you're gonna receive a fulfilling romance. It will be yours. In the past, you dealt with, loss of spiritual and material wealth, as, that emotional poverty that we were talking about. But your new developments and concepts that you have sown as well are finally going to mature, and you're going to be able to reap the full rewards of what you have sown as well, which is a great thing. Let's see what else we have here. Let's see the little lessons. Observe your surroundings and reflect to choose the right path. Yeah, so you're being prompted, use that discernment. You're doing really well, and keep using all of that insight, that hindsight, to create and understand what is the best path forward for you when it comes to this whole situation. I feel like some of you need to listen to your heart more, and some of you, I don't know who this is for, but when it's time to go, it's time to go. But something better it's around the corner. That's how I feel about it. It's around the corner. So yeah, some of you in the past have, maybe have worked a lot, and felt little reward for everything that you've been putting into it. But small accomplishments to your hard work are going to start paying off. You're going to start to reap the rewards of that hard work. There's still no time to rest on your laurels, so keep on developing yourself. You're doing a good job. This is like Spirit's way of saying, like, keep going, because you're on your way and everything is lining up for you. So keep working on yourself. Keep taking those steps forward. Focus on each day, because that's the next thing you know, it's all going to be at your front door. So, you still got to keep going. There's still more work to be done. Your creativity is going to start opening up a lot more. Again, the double passions here with the double aces. So your creativity is going to open up to an all-time high. And you're going to be very, very busy as well. You're going to be very responsible. You're going to step into that leadership role as well. And you're going to begin to create. This is going to be the moment where you're going to really prove it to yourself, and you're going to just do or die. You're going to create times 10. If you ever wanted to change things in your life, this is the point in time where you can alter everything for you. You can change up your look. If you ever wished, now the sky is the limit. This is that time where everything is spontaneous. Basically, it is that F it vibe. Do what you're gonna do. Do what makes you the happiest, because regardless, at the end of the day, people are gonna gossip, and who's gonna talk is gonna talk their chop anyways. But at the end of the day, it doesn't amount to anything. But at least your actions and all the work that you have put into yourself and what you've been working to build and doing everything so hard when it comes to your love life and your heart and repairing maybe even damages is gonna really gonna blow people out of the water, because they're not gonna have anything to say. Talk is cheap, but actions are deep. Right here you have number 33, la hoja de trébol. Es portadora de buenas noticias. So basically, good luck is on its way to you. And then I have number 10. El cerdo ya sea lejos o cerca. Go ahead, baby. Thank you for being gentle and careful. Appreciate you. Anyways, es un presagio de suerte extraordinaria y gran abundancia, los altos honores y el logro de todas las ambiciones. So basically, this is an omen for extra good luck. You already have good luck coming in its way. You have this fresh energy that's coming in as well. New changes coming in. New cycles opening up. Basically, new energy after the cycles of all this bleh in the past. So now, abundance, good luck, good fortune, all of those things are going to start opening up to you. Highest regards and honors. Some of you may even end up famous, but that's only for those of you that are working hard towards getting there. Some of you know that you're still far from being done. There's more work to be done, but you're on your way there. Just observe your surroundings and reflect to choose the right path. So let's see what other advice you're being given. You have the Cambaba Jasper, and then we have the Quantum Quattro. So let's see. So Cambaba Jasper, Ancient Echoes. The healing insight is by changing how you view things, you dramatically improve your well-being. So yeah, a lot of you guys are going through that perspective shift, shedding your old layers, kind of like Shrek, letting go. You got those onion layers. Time to shed some of those layers. When you live in your head rather than in the physical world, your cellular structure becomes unstable and your metabolism is thrown off balance. You may not be assimilating oxygen or nutrients such as minerals and vitamins. Some of you may even be mineral deficient, may need to get more sun as well. For those of you that are not getting enough outdoor time or not getting enough vitamins in your system, or some of you just in general needing to hydrate more, and dealing with your nervous system. Some of you may be dealing with an overactive nervous system and needing to kind of calm that down. Some of you may need, some lavender in your life. But that's only for those of you that can take it. So, just be safe. But some of these things are being caused by things that you may be letting go of, like old cycles and habits. So just keep working on yourself, little steps, baby steps, and you'll be able to kind of overcome anything that is put in your way. So let's see. And then going back to, let's see what the Quantum Quadro has to say. So the healing insight is recognizing that you cannot heal anyone else or influence their behavior. Enhances, you cannot influence their behavior, enhancing your own well-being. So yeah, you can only work on yourself, focus on yourself, heal yourself, and let the right energy that is meant to be in your life walk into your life or manifest itself into your life, because ultimately you're not in charge of anyone else's healing process or healing journey except for you. You're only responsible for yourself and how you recover from things that maybe you have dealt with as, in the past or growing up as well. Family traumas, ancestral traumas, karmic contracts, bounds, etc., etc. Those type of things. You're aware that you can only heal what is in you, and by healing yourself, you help heal those around you by inspiring them with the star as well. Allowing others to see that they have the ability to have, that they all have that wealth inside of them too, and they have the ability to rebirth themselves, becoming the star as well. You're, I guess, in a sense, serving almost even as a mentor when it comes to love, when it comes to restarting again. Especially when it comes to like the self-love. So let's see what else this has to say. It says you're an extremely complex person who is seeking wholeness within yourself. Examine all facets of your personality, especially those you hide from yourself or others. Accept those of value. Find the gift hidden deep within mistakes. Forgive and let go. Release yourself from codependencies and abusive relationships. Heal your inner child. Recognize the resources you have to draw on. So what's next in love is that you're really going to be healing that self and really really stepping into your authenticity and holding not only yourself but others around you accountable, observing your surroundings and reflecting on situations to choose the right path to move forward. For some of you, when it comes to love, you're coming into the realization that for some of you, no one can give you what you want except for yourself. And it comes to that self-love situation. For others of you, you know that you can give yourself everything that you want. So you're looking for something specific, and others have to meet or step up to meet those certain requirements, and you're not about to drop those boundaries, which is a good form of elevation and growth, which is why you're having that alignment. So those of you who are stepping into it or creating those boundaries and moving towards that energy, and those of you that are already have established those things and are stepping beyond that, maintaining that self-love and maintaining that I will wait for what is meant for me and not settling. So we also have faith, exactly what we were talking about, not settling, having faith that something is actually on its way to you, because you know it is. You just have faith, or you should have faith. Miraculously, amazingly, everything I always need comes. Love is opening me to receive beyond anything I imagine. And it's true. When you sit and you know that you deserve well, you're willing to wait for what is meant for you, because you know that, it's already there. It's already provided. It's just you aligning with the right energy and allowing yourself and opening up to meeting maybe even new people, new situations, new energies, drawing those energies into you and becoming that positive force of impact that's going to magnetize others towards you. And then gratitude, having gratitude, says, fill me with gratitude for all you give. May I be a vehicle for you wherever I go. For some of you, you may have somebody that's slowly maybe making their way towards you. And this attitude that, this energy that you carry, that you have that faith, but also being very generous, very grateful, very humble, the elevation that you have done, all the work that you've put into place for yourself is really attracting that person in. They're very drawing themselves into you. Whether male or female doesn't matter, because the message here is pretty much straightforward, that all of that is being attracted to you. It's all being magnetized. It is just keep going forward, keep staying focused, because you're literally at the precipice of when things are going to start showing up at your step, at your front door, if not literally. Walking right up to you. So that's a really nice message for pile 2. That's actually really nice. So yeah, let's see, is there anything else, Spirit, that wants to be said for pile 2? I knew it. I had a feeling that Spirit was gonna ask me to draw one more of these for you. Anything else? Oh, you got 2, I guess. Spirit has 2. So, la caja fuerte indica riqueza. So basically, yeah, you're gonna start reaping those riches. Maybe you've already had this situation where you've been through this whole long journey. El ferrocarril predice un largo viaje. So yeah, there's a lot more work that that you still have to put into it as well, but you've already been through the heaviest, most parts of this journey, and I feel like for some of you it's gonna start becoming more, of a enjoyable, scenic route on your journey. But you'll get there. I feel like some of you are just being asked to enjoy the ride for now, or enjoy the journey. It's about the journey and not the destination. So I feel like that's what you're also going to be doing, and also maybe some new memories when it comes to that. And I feel like you're going to have this gratitude. Some of you are going to end up kind of looking back and being grateful for the way things played out as well. So that's pretty much it for you, pile 2. If you like this message, it resonates, please like, share, subscribe, and let me know how you feel about this reading. And then I'll catch you next time. Peace. Hello, pile 3. If you chose the Lush Rose Jam perfume, this is your pile. So all of these bottles always come with a sticker in the bottom that says when they were manufactured, and they also have the name by who they were manufactured, so perhaps even the name might be relevant or the dates. So let's see. It was manufactured September 8, 2025 might be relevant, but it was manufactured September 8, 2021 by maybe Alexander or Alexa or Alex might be significant. But yeah, some of you may really love perfumes. Anyways, we'll get to this pile 3. Let's get into your reading. This is going to be little lessons and messages. We'll get towards that towards the end. Kind of incoming energies you should kind of, I guess, be aware of. Energies surrounding the situation currently. We'll get towards after. Crystal guidance and Divine Abundance Oracle. So first we're going to start off with your tarot. And let's get to it. Alright, pile 3. Let's get started. You have the 9 of Wands, a Tower. Let's see. 7 of Pentacles. Am I missing something? No, I guess. Anyways. I feel like this goes here. So, let's see. I feel like you guys either been going through it, went through it, or restarting through it, starting something new. But this is really opening you up to new options and incoming options fast. Let's see what the tarot has to say. So perhaps either you may be dealing with a heavy situation or a stressful situation that has caused upheaval when it comes to your love life. Maybe things that have happened very quickly, at a lightning pace. It could be situations, maybe breakups or things that ended very abruptly, very chaotically for some of you, or realizations, or finding out the truth or nature of certain things that happen in your love life that, you feel like, you've been really put through the ringer when it comes to love. Like, you've really gone through things. You've really made it out as a wounded warrior and had to take a step out of, the whole situation. Some of you maybe even taken a whole entire step away from dating just to kind of like recoup and catch your breath, needing to like regain some sort of control or stability so that you can see more clearly, stepping away from the whole chaos of situation that may have passed, or maybe even you having those realizations or coming to those situations when it comes to your own healing and personal relationship with yourself when it comes to love. Having frustrations in love, working hard and needing, a lot of work when it comes to relationships, or always being maybe perhaps the person that's been the overgiver when it comes to it, and things have just kind of, you've worked hard to build things up just to kind of see them burn down or like fall apart, and you really want something different. And the thing is that now you've put in all that work, but the thing is that all that effort that you've put in has not been lost necessarily. Perhaps, whatever towers or, castles may have been built in the sand that didn't last have made that way, but you have that knowledge that you have the capacity to build and grow those foundations, and you have been growing and building those foundations, and that energy of stability when it comes to your love and relationships are going to start evening out for you. You're going to start receiving like a more stable energy when it comes to your love life. Perhaps you're going to begin to receive a lot more offers, speedy news, offers of love especially. Somebody may come at you out of nowhere, maybe even somebody that's possibly in a more elevated position or a higher position than you, perhaps maybe even a boss or somebody with status, coming towards you very abruptly or very rapidly with news that they have some sort of affection, liking, or fondness, liking of you. Because they see you, regardless everything that you've been through, you're still somebody who is at peace and content with their being as a person, because for one, you've already put in all this work, you've already invested on this and been like, well, shit, I put all this effort and it still wasn't good enough, oh well, it is what it is, and just gonna continue being my merry self, and I'm gonna live my life how it is, and I'm not gonna stress over it or make myself unhappy for it anymore. So plug that in where it needs to be plugged in. You're gonna be receiving a lot of these different offerings and people that want to be around you or near you, or I feel like this goes really well with this in hand, because you're getting all of these communications and all these offers, and you're going to have all these options to really choose from, because now you're in this certain energy where you're truly becoming this emperor energy. You're in your power, sitting in your position, you're still in who you are, and content, fulfilled in a sense. So you're attracting that energy towards your life, because you're standing in your worth. You're elevating beyond things that no longer served you. Some of you have just come out of that. Some of you are going through that. Some of you have already are reflecting on the past that happened. So yeah, all your dreams are possible. If there was a question that you may wanted a yes or no answer to, this is your sign. That is a yes. All your dreams are possible. It's a green light. Go for it. You're being, supported by your ancestors and angels and your, guides to go for it. Realistic love is going to be coming in. Yep, speedy news or situation coming in. Arrows of love. You're going to have, money improvements, and you're gonna really be able to see what things are based in fantasy, and the things that are worth cementing and really working on and establishing a firm foundation with. You're gonna see and accept the flaws, as well as be accepted and be seen as well for who you are. Perhaps maybe even finally have someone come in that's truly going to offer you that divine union, solidification, creating a new level of home, marriage, and your desires coming true. Life's how it is. Yes, so you got a double yes here. Try, do, and succeed. You're in that situation. You tried it, you did it, and now it's your turn to succeed. You're going to start feeling like a high roller. Yep, the emperor energy. You're going to be in that energy where you're going to be content with what, you're able to, with what you're going to receive, because you know that you're able to give it your all, and you already know that you are solid in the whole situation. So it seems like you're moving past certain things, and for good. So the wisdom or little lesson themes that you should pay attention to. This is inner wisdom needed to achieve your goals. Meditate in your solitude. Listen deeply inside. Listen to your intuition. So some of you that are in this situation or coming out of this situation, you're being asked to follow your gut. Listen to your intuition. Follow that inner wisdom, that nudge, that pull that is telling you, you know, some of you is telling you it's time to let go. Some of you is time to be like, it's time to cut the cord, time to move on. You've already put in the work, you were good, and now it's time to cut those losses, because what's coming around the corner, the next page, is even better. And then we have the extra card, so you got some extra space, extra time, you know, an extra minute to get it together. So, you know, right now you're being asked to just kind of enjoy the minute, enjoy the time that you have put in all this work. And then we got another sun here. So it signifies happiness and popularity. So basically, this nullifies like any darkness that have happened in your past. So after this tower and things that have been tumultuous in your life, you're going to begin to see the light, and the shining of the light is going to begin to open up things into your life. So let's see what the crystals have to say. We have selenite. Ooh, that's a really good high vibrating frequency energy crystals, which I would understand why it comes out, because selenite has a very good way of purging all the negative darkness and realigning you with the positive good energy as well. And then we have the eye of the storm. Exactly what I was saying. Some of you are dealing with either the eye of the storm, are dealing with the beginning, the middle, or at the end, or have been dealing with the calm before, in the middle, or after the storm. So that's a very interesting card that literally came out that says Eye of the Storm. So let's see what selenite has to offer as guidance for you today. Selenite is divine light. Again, we got that light there. And then the thunderbolt itself can also come in as divine light, even though it may be a little bit of a darker aspect to it, but it's still, you know, light in its highest form in a sense, because it's plasma. And manifested version of it, I guess. If you kind of think about it. So the healing insight is being in flow strengthens your well-being. Exactly what I felt like it is. You're going to start to get into that flow of just being like, well, it is what it is. I gave it my all and I'm solid, and you know, it is, I'm going to keep doing me and working on me and just being happy with it myself. And that is going to help you a lot. So a situation that is unpredictable, no matter how solid it may appear, be prepared for challenges and changes. You know, banish confusion, because clarity is needed. Allow divine light to inspire the future. Let go of something dear to you. Parting does not mean loss of love. Reconciliation is possible. Make the first move. Overheard conversations enlighten you. So perhaps, again, we got that lesson, that enlightenment. You know, you may hear certain things or find out certain messages, you know, things that may come abruptly, but spiritually it's for your transformation. Let's see what Eye of the Storm has to offer when it comes to advice. So it says safe haven. So the healing insight says stay centered and calm no matter what storm rages around you. So yeah, sounds about right. It's time to relax and let go of your stresses. Stay mindful rather than watchful. Excess adrenaline adversely affects your immune system. Switch on the positive potential in your cell walls. Meditate quietly to rejuvenate your DNA. So some of you may be like too overly stimulated. Some of you need to chill on the coffee, for those who it resonates with, because it may be causing you to be anxious or have like anxiety or a little bit of panic or panic attacks. And you need to just kind of slow it down and kind of ease your nervous system. Some of you may want to do some of that like aromatherapy or relaxing bath to just kind of disconnect for a little bit and unwind. You may be allowing the challenges and traumas of life to push you off your center. Stress and pressure are a major cause of your dis-ease or discomfort. You could be focusing too closely on one aspect of life or to the detriment of others. Look at the wider picture. So, yeah, you're being kind of asked to also look at the bigger picture, change your perspective, look at the narrative a little bit more different, because you may be missing out on a vital piece of information, literally. But let's see what your divine abundance oracles have to say. Guidance. Some guidance from spirit is here. And outrageous openness. Yep, I guess some of you are being busted wide open by the universe when it comes to love next. So, guidance. When you make divine intelligence your foundation, we're talking about foundations here, you finally have a fixed star to follow. That's your divine light as well, which is offered also by selenite. And a divine star is also the sun here. So, yes, everything realistic under the sun and everything beyond is possible, and it's time to go for it. Fix yourself on that which you love, that you're trying to accomplish, and go for it. Go for it. Outrageous openness. Dear love, open me to your will. Release me from my attachments. Surprise and delight me with your plan. You know what's needed. I am open to receive. Yeah. Some of you, like I said, you're being asked to let go of something that's no longer serving you in the past, or something that just came or something that ended abruptly. You're being asked to humbly part with that and affix yourself to what truly passionates you, and transform and follow that as your guiding star, because that's what's going to lead you through all of these opportunities and align you to, receiving and having that wonderful life, that openness, and that realistic love and union that perhaps you may be seeking, that perhaps maybe even in the past you may have denied yourself of wanting or needing, or realizing that perhaps you stood in your own way the entire time. That is for whoever that resonates. Coming into those inner wisdoms and realizations that, like, oh, dang, you know what? Life is hard enough. Why am I going to make it harder? Why am I not going to follow and go after the things that I love and care and really cherish and value, because of maybe for some of you, like, things in the past that, has been, I guess, brainwashed into you of thinking that you couldn't have, but truly you could have, because we're all worthy of having what we truly love and desire and wants. We all have different wants and needs, and that's perfectly fine. We're all never built or cut out of the same cookie cutter mold or shape. And that's a good thing. That's a beautiful thing. That wonderful diversity is what allows us to really be able to enjoy and have that outrageous openness and true love for life, true love, and experience that true love to come in as well. So I feel like that's it for you, pile 3. I feel like for some of you, that true love is really going to step forward and come in. Or if you've been thinking about, that true love, or if somebody has asked you to make a decision and you've been questioning whether you should or not, depending on your situation, you have a couple yeses here. You have yes and yes. So just do what's best and follow intuition. That's what's next in love. Well, let me know how this resonates for you, pile 3. Like, share, subscribe. Be safe out there. Catch you next time. Peace.